Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another VFL race. It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock. Of course, it is another race in the VFL Tier 1 Championship with the two Ferraris leading P1 and P2 and the two Mercedes-Benz drivers just behind. This week, we are in Azerbaijan and I am joined, once again, by Gooders.
Hello. Excited to commentate the stream with you again today. I mean, last time was it Portugal, first race of the season?
It was, yeah.
Oh
man.
So good to be on.
Yeah, this championship has really been shaping up. So I commentated the first race of the season with you in Portugal, and that was insane. Dark Inferno won. Of course, Dark Inferno has been here right from the very beginning of VFL. This is season 4 of VFL. He's been pretty much the owner of the server right since the very beginning. And even though he's raced every season, he's always struggled. But this season, he's another driver, I'm telling you. He won Portugal. He is looking strong.
He's looking, definitely.
I know that's what you're going to say.
He's up there. It's like, what, eight races this season? It's the fourth, well, this is the fifth race now, and he's in second, only 3 points behind his teammate as well. So
this is insane. Honestly, I'm so hyped for this season. So, yeah, we had Dark Inferno P1 in Portugal. I missed the next couple of races, race 2 and race 3. Then I commentated with PJ for race 4, Saudi Arabia last week. And that was an insane race. I actually forgot who won that, but it all kicked off. I know that.
Cass won that. EKG Cass won that.
Yes, how could I forget? He won by like 30 seconds and led like every lap of the race. It was absolutely
wow, really?
insane.
I didn't manage to catch on.
It was insane.
No way.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And now,
I mean,
oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I keep on interrupting you.
No, it's good. I mean, I was just going to say before that as well. The race in Austria, Dark Inferno won that as well with Robert just behind him as well. So it is the Ferrari drivers are looking incredible this season, just so strong.
Yeah, exactly. And now race 5 of 8 is an incredibly short season because we are cramming in a really tight season before F1 22 comes out late June. So yeah, literally race 5 of 8, incredibly short season. I love these short seasons. I know that we did a vote in the chat of how long do you want the next season to be, and everyone was like 12 or 14 rounds or however long it is. I love these 8-round seasons because they're just so crazy. You know, they're bite-sized, you can get a load of different winners, and if somebody has a bad season, they can write off the season and come back 2 months later and, you know,
it's great. I think it's good as well because if you have, like, let's say you're up there challenging for the drivers' champion, and then you have one bad race that could change the whole table around, and it just makes things a lot more difficult and a lot more challenging and a bit more intense when you're actually racing, trying to compete against the other drivers that are also trying to be the champion. So yeah, I do like the short seasons as well. But I am excited for the longer one, the first like really long one that we've had in VFL for the new game.
Yes.
Going to be interesting, and I'm kind of looking forward to it as well.
Oh, hang on. Nice job, mate. Has actually just DNF through the castle section, and that's major because he's, I think, P3 in the driver's standings, and he's going to be starting the race, all the way back in P18.
I mean, that is really good. Yeah, I was going to say that's first lap as well.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I mean,
Really
well, like I said, P3. If he wants to go from P20 to P1 and pull out an absolute stormer, then I mean, fair play, but it's going to be difficult for him to get past all of those drivers.
Yeah, Tom Taylor this morning, or just a minute ago actually, messaged me. He said expect a 138.7 for the pole lap time. He's pretty confident about this. Okay. Yeah, he was referencing for himself. Whoa! Wait, hang on. I think he might have put 137.8. I'm not too sure whether he put 8.7 or 7.8.
Well,
137.8. He estimates that he will get. Dark Inferno hasn't just beaten him by 3/10, but man, what a lap that was for Dark. I was on board. Yeah, I was on board throughout the whole lap, and he even had to dodge. Nice job, mate, through the castle section. Still ends up popping at 138.4.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I mean, that means there's definitely room if he had to dodge. He's definitely got space to improve then on his time. It means he could probably still be on for that pole, especially competing with Tom's predicted 137.8, as he says.
Exactly. A 1:39.3 on mediums, may I add. He's on mediums here. He's looking pretty strong, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that is true.
Man, I think Dark has already beaten my time trial time. You know, normally I guess on about the Sick Boy Super Lap and me being good at the game, but Azerbaijan is not my track. Like I've already said, I am not a fan. But, man, what a lap already from Dark Inferno.
And this is...
Yeah, it's really shaping up to be interesting. I'm just watching the two Williams drivers. I think Tristan he isn't giving a toe to Steph. Steph has just clattered his wing entering the pit lane. Ooh. Tristan has just set a banging lap time, a 1:39.0. By the way, just talking about Tristan, he is an incredible qualifier. I never really realised how good of a qualifier he was until Jeddah. I think last week he ended up poling it, perhaps. No, that was it. He held provisional pole, and then I think Cass ended up poling it just final minute. He ended up scoring like 20... Really? Yeah, like 25 points in the... no, 28 points Cass scored in Azerbaijan. It pinged him all the way up from about P17 in the standings, all the way up to like P8. I think he's sitting... Yeah, I think he's sitting about P8 now. I mean,
that just shows as well how much this short season can really like mess with the driver's standings. Like one good performance and a couple poor performances can really change the whole thing. So...
Yeah, especially with the VFL method of scoring, is that rather than giving, you know, the normal 25, 18, 12, 15, 12 even, basically every single driver, all the way down to P20, gets a point, even for participating. No points are removed for DNFs, I think, so as long as you even turn up to qualifying, you've scored a point. But 26 points are awarded to the leader, the winner of the race, and then 1 point for pole, and 2 points for fastest lap, and that's why the maximum amount of points you can get here is like 29 points or something crazy. And like Cass ended up scoring like 27 points last week, and that's what made him go absolutely insane.
Crazy, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Cass was the one that took Dark, or maybe not took Dark, maybe just sat behind Dark in the Portugal race when I commentated that. But every time I've watched the races or been commentating, EKG Cass has been really competing, and with the other drivers like Tristan, Dark, and you know, Tom, Cole, all those type of drivers really putting in those good times, and well, just making it a bit harder for those guys. So
no, absolutely, Cass has been such a strong driver. What's really weird is that I'd only just realised he was so low down the standings. He was a bit of a favourite of mine to win this championship. Turns out he's DNF'd a couple of times this season, but already for him to ping all the way up to PA is really good. He's just sitting behind Don Robico. So just as a quick rundown of the standings, whilst we watch Jono 23.45 finish his lap, we have Robert DS in P1 with 92 points. 3 points behind we have Dark Inferno, and they really are leading the rest of the pack by a while. 24 points behind them is Nice Job Mate in P3 and Tom Taylor in P4, the two Mercs. Then we have Distinct Jensen... we have Tristan in P5, Jensen in P6, Don Robico P7, Cass P8, Sky P9, Swiss P10, and it's extremely tight as well.
So, I mean, well, Don Robico and Jensen are, well, not here today, same as Swiss as well, so that could really help a couple drivers getting up that table. But I don't think the Ferraris are too far gone, but I think it'll take something drastic to happen one of these races for the Mercs to really catch up and screw around with that top two position that they've got right now.
Yeah, exactly. Mercs, Ferraris just look so strong this season, with Robert DS and Dark Inferno. I think they were actually teammates in Season 1 and Season 2, and then they took a break being teammates in Season 3, and now they're back again, and they've never looked so strong. But I mean, Steph as well. Sorry to interrupt again, of course.
No, I was just going to say, right now it just looks like a bit of an unfair pairing compared to some of these other drivers as well. Like Nice Job and Tom Taylor are up there, but these two Ferraris, they're pulling something out of the bag this season. It's incredible. So
it's great to see. Yeah, they really are. Like you said, Tom Taylor and Nice Job Mate, they may look like they're up there because they're in P3 and P4 respectively, but they are still 24 points behind Dark Inferno in P2, and Ferrari must be leading by like 30 plus points already in the championship. It's insane. The gap between Mercedes and Ferrari is 57 points. So that
is. And then, I mean, I don't really think it's going to be much competition for the rest either, because then Mercedes are 21 points in front of the next team, which are AlphaTauri. So
yeah, wow, that's insane. AlphaTauri, that's actually a bit of a curveball. I didn't realise they were doing so well this season.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do so well this race because they've only got one driver. Not to say Cameroon isn't an incredible driver, but they are going to be missing out big time on the points, you know, being carried by a solo driver. But I think one team to look out for is Williams, because although they may not be doing too well in the constructor standings right now, by the way, Cameroon setting a P5, great lap from him.
Oh, wow.
Is Williams, yeah, so they may not be up there on the standings right now. I'm not too sure where they are on the standings, you might have to tell me.
Williams in the constructors they're actually 5th.
Oh wow, not bad.
Although they're only 2 points behind Alfa Romeo, so
yeah, that's actually pretty good. But what I was going to say is we got Tristan, who seems to be a pretty consistent qualifier and pretty consistent high point scorer. And then we got Steph, and honestly, I think this may actually be like the 20th time I have gloated about how good of a teammate Steph is. But if you don't already know, he was my teammate in Season 1 and Season 3, both times that I won the championship. And Steph is the reason why I won the championship. He's always there giving you slipstreams in qualifying. So if you're Steph's teammate, you're automatically, 2/10 quicker on the straights than any other driver in the game. And he's always, starting on the mediums, maybe if he's outside the top 10, making his car as wide as possible, doing a bit of a Sergio Perez in Abu Dhabi last year, and slowing all the cars down in all of the leagues that me and Steph race in together. And honestly, he's just like that perfect teammate, and I think at the moment he really is. Tristan and Steph are a really good pairing. They're both carrying each other. Tristan on points and Steph on just being supportive. Look at that, Tristan, and he got the slipstream off Steph.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I saw Tristan getting the slip off Steph. Steph went into the pits. Tristan goes there, sets pole position. So, I mean, you couldn't have said it better or at a better time.
Yeah, I guess. Man, that just shows you. Slipstream, pretty powerful in Azerbaijan. I think it's worth about 2/10 down that main straight. It is really, really something.
Oh, yeah. Crazy. I mean, it's probably one of the... I think it is the longest straight, is it not? Or
yeah, one of them in the game. I think Mexico is a big straight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, you're on there for a while, but...
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what's happened to Tom Taylor, but I watched him on one of his outlaps. He hit the wall and then he went for another outlap, and he's now back in the pits. So he's not set another lap yet, with time as well going down.
Yeah, that is quite worrying. I'm not too sure how. Oh, just under 5 minutes left on the clock, so he has got enough time to leave the pits again. But yeah, I'd be getting a bit nervous.
I've just seen Luke J. Gilly setting a lap, putting into 4th as well. So. The Aston Martins, they've been, I think, not the fastest this season, although I know both of them in real life, and they both have been pretty ill recently. But I mean, that's great that Luke's gone straight into P4 and Cole just behind him as well in P5. So they look quite strong this race as well.
Yeah, I'm actually going to ping over to. Not Poppy, he's down on his lap time. It's Jono 23:45, actually like almost 2 seconds up on his lap time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be major. That's going to be like he's actually on a banger right now. I think about a 1:38.5 maybe. Ooh. That's going to be top 2 rows. Yeah. So
yeah, I was going to say that could really help him out.
Yeah, actually, I think that was a glitch because now he's only 1/10 up on his lap time. So. That is. Hang on, Sky is 8/10 up on his lap time, getting a juicy slipstream off Poppy down this main straight. Let's see if that pings him right up. I estimate top 10. He's P7. That is a
P7. That's
really good, really
great.
That. Lemkis, he's kind of. Oh yeah, I've just noticed.
Luke J. Gilly's gone out.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate from him. Jono on his lap, did you say? Jono, I think the game might be a bit glitched because he said he was the exact same time up as he was before, although now it's saying 6/10, so I really don't know what's going on.
I have no idea. A bit like with Lemkis, it's like not showing his lap time at all. He may not have just set a lap, I'm not too sure. But Jono, 2345 in the Haas, I think he's a reserve, and I think this is one of the first times he's raced. I don't recognise him. And he's in the pits. Brilliant.
I did that so much when I commentated the World Cup finale.
Yeah.
Just spectating, I was like, oh, it's going to be on for a great lap. And they're into the pits. I was like, never mind.
Honestly, it's the worst thing. Man, 2 minutes, just over 2.5 minutes to go, and you can tell that there is going to be a rush as soon as it hits maybe the 2:20 mark. You're going to see everyone leave the pits.
This is where it happens every race around this time. All the drivers coming out at once, everyone trying to rush to set one final lap in and mess about with the table, but we'll see, because, well, Tom Taylor's now on his outlap and Dark and Tristan are still in the pits, so...
I don't think Dark and Tristan... I think they're saving a set of softs. So I think they're pretty confident. Well, then again, Tristan on his outlap, but is it too late? It seems quite late to be leaving the pits now. I honestly don't think he'll be able to make it round in time, but I think Dark is going to stay in the pits because he's going to be pretty happy with that lap, and he's going to want to save a set of softs, really high tyre wear in Baku. And if there's a safety car and you're on a set of softs that's fresh and everybody else has to use their quali tyres, you get a huge advantage. So, yeah, saving a set of softs, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, especially if you want to go for, well, if you're predicting a safety car as well, or maybe for one stop, maybe like softs to hards, but I don't know, maybe the soft to mediums work on this track, do you know?
They do, but at push, I mean, you're talking softs are on braking point, and so are mediums going to be, so it's going to be tough.
Bit of a risky one, but, I mean, yeah, so if he wants to sit in the pits, I don't think he'll drop any lower than maybe P5 if drivers pull something out, so, like, let's say EKG Cast might set another lap, and so will Tom Taylor.
I'm watching him right now. I'm looking forward to seeing this 137.8. I don't know about you. He's got quite a lot to improve. And I'm going to hold him against this right now. If he gets a 137.8, I've got to hand it to him, because that would be an incredible lap. So yeah, let's see.
I mean, he's on it now, yeah. So
pretty strong throughout turn one, I think, kind of average.
Couple of drivers up on their times, not really anything that's going to change much, but there's quite a decent gap between everyone.
Yeah, there is, especially up the field. I think it's quite busy behind Tom. I think he's got a bit of a train behind him. I'm actually following Darsan right now. He's about to improve on his lap time, and Conakid is actually 4/10 up. You know, this could be a real final minute scramble for these for these positions. Conakid's just set up fastest sector 2.
Mirko goes into P3.
Oh, that's incredible. And Conakid, his teammate. Great pairing again. These guys won the championship for Alfa Romeo, I think, last season.
Steph spins.
P7.
Oh, I don't know.
Steph. Oh, yeah, you're right. He spun into the corner just before the castle section. And now I'm panning over to Tom Taylor, who's only 5/10 up, so that's like a 138.7, not a 137.8.
Not what he wanted.
Probably not what he wanted. He's now got traffic. He's got MOC in front of him. But let's see. Quickly panning over. He has just set a purple sector 2. Let's see MOC. Oh no, MOC's not on a flyer. Who's going to cross the line right now? That is an Alfa Romeo, but they didn't improve. Oh, in fact, they are about to improve. Yeah, it was Poppy. He's gone up a couple positions. Hang on, that looked like MOC was giving him a little bit of a slip.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Wow. You got to hand it to him out of nowhere. I was kind of taking the mick out of him. Promising that pole lap, but out of nowhere he has done it. Pole, it wasn't sub 138, but who cares? 138.
I was going to say, yeah, he's up there and he's in pole, so I don't think he's going to be too bothered about that 137.8 or something, whatever it was. But yeah,
Jono just crossing the line now. P7, that's really, really good.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Really strong, and Cole Was Epic has abandoned his lap, and that is the end of quali. That was a real mad dash right at the very end.
At the end, yeah, I was going to say. Where did... Oh, Conakid up into 9th as well, and Mirko in 5th. Like you said, great pair, and I didn't expect... well, I knew they were... I think they won it one season, didn't they, like you said? Did they win it?
Yeah, season 3, I'm pretty sure. They are great pairing. Like yeah, so Conakid and Mirko, they have actually been teammates since the start of VFL, I'm pretty sure. And then in season 2, we made it so that basically every kind of like each of the admins owned or was a team principal for one team.
Okay.
So I was the TP for Alfa Romeo, and straight away I knew I need to have Mirko and Konikid. So I snagged them for Alfa Romeo, and they do pretty decent. And then season 3, I snagged them again, and they just pop off, and I was very happy. Very, very happy with them.
I mean, yeah, they had a great season. I remember both of them just pulling out flies. I used to watch all the like pretty much every race I could try and watch. I used to watch it. Kind of fell off a little bit with it, but I still try and watch the races that I can watch. But with exams at the minute, sometimes it gets a little bit in the way. So, but no, I mean when back in season 3, I just remember them absolutely storming it through the field. No one really challenging or competing with them, and they had an absolute wonder season. So
insane. Just as a quick rundown of the standings, which I've just taken a couple screenshots, and I will race through this right now. So we have, in P1, of course, Mr. Tom Taylor. He promised a P1, and he got a P1. Tristan in P2, which is a really, really interesting front row indeed. Dark Inferno, our championship P2 runner. In P3, Cass, who dominated last race in P4. Mirko, surprise final minute P5. Cole was epic in P6. Jono, out of nowhere, P7. Luke J. Gilly in P8 after DNFing, I'm pretty sure. Konikid in P9. Cameroon in P10. Lemkis in P11. Sky in P12. Steph in P13. MOC in P14. Hang on a minute. Where is Robert DS?
Yeah,
Robert DS all the way down in P17. So we got Puppy in P15. Darsan in P16. Robert DS in P17. He just couldn't string a lap together.
Wow,
JKS.
That's interesting.
Yeah, JKS P18, he was the slowest qualifier because in P19 at the very back of the grid is Mr. Nice Job Mate who DNF'd on his first lap.
I mean, that's surprising from a couple of drivers. I mean, obviously we know Nice Job DNF, but I think the back of the grid's going to be a bit of a race as well as the front of the grid with Nice and Robert up there. Like, maybe even racing and slowing down each other as they're trying to make their way up the field. So it's going to be interesting to watch both of them and see what their strategy is and see how they can climb the table.
Yeah, and especially with Robert DS, we've seen him score incredibly high results from the back of the grid so often. I mean, especially this season, I swear he has started at the back of the grid for like the majority of the races, and he's still leading the championship. He's just such a strong driver, Robert DS.
Say, he's great racer. Like, he just as well. I don't think he's got many, if any at all, penalty points as well. So
wow,
you know, it's just like great to see that he's doing such incredible driving on the track, as well as like not messing up any drivers, not really doing anything wrong either. Like, he's just, I don't know, he's just a great driver. We've not really seen him do as well in quali in recent races, but then he makes it all up in the race. So
exactly,
you know, it's nothing really to complain against, especially the fact that he's the drivers champion right now.
Yeah, leading the drivers championship. And man, Robert DS, incredible driver on the gamepad, of course, using a controller, and his speed for controller users is insane. This is really going to be shaping up to be something. If Cass has got the pace that he had in Jeddah, then we could be seeing a bit of a domination again. But he's got quite a few drivers to overtake. Just quickly checking the tyres. Hang on a minute. There we go, tyres. Wow, this is an interesting one. All of the bottom 10, or the bottom 9, I think, are all starting on mediums. I mean, it's an interesting one in Azerbaijan. Incredibly high tyre wear. One of the highest tyre wear tracks in the game. And I actually recommended in my Sick Boy Super strategy that I put out every race for anybody who needs my advice, which is rubbish advice most of the time, you know. I give people a setup and then afterwards they go, Sick Boy, you've literally just ended my race. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it was a bad setup, I know. I actually told everyone, and I only gave it to like 3-4 people who asked for it, but I told them to go medium hard. I don't know how you feel about that.
Okay.
I mean, do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, well, like you said, high tyre wear track. The mediums, it's quite a long lap, Baku, isn't it? It's quite a
1 minute
lengthy.
40.
So, I think maybe the medium hards would actually work against the soft, especially if tyre wear, they get so worn and lose a lot of grip so quickly. Like, maybe the mediums and the hards are a bit superior on this track.
Yeah.
But
we'll just have to wait and see.
Know. Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be interesting to see how each of them pan out as well. The race starts, so...
Yeah, we've got a Mercedes at the very front and at the very back of the grid. This is going to be an interesting one for our current P2 Constructors standings.
So I'll spectate from the back at Robert DS.
And I'll go for the front, maybe. I think I'm going to start with Cass. I feel like he's got a good POV of the front three runners. It's going to be a bit of a drag race down into turn 1 as the lights are coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 lights for round 5 of season 4, and it's an incredible start from Cass. A terrible start from Tristan, and Cass has just lost it. He's just accidentally had a snap of oversteer and clipped his wing. I'm not too sure if he's received damage. Tristan was very lucky there because I think he was about to lose a few positions side by side into turn 2. Luke J. Gilly in Cameroon, and Luke J. Gilly around the outside gets
as Jono loses it. Jono loses it towards the back, same as MOC.
Oh man, that's insane. And hang on, they're going too wide into turn 3. Mirko around the outside. Dark Inferno clicks the inside curve, but he doesn't lose the car. He does lose P3 though. And he tries to hold the outside once again. And there's a massive crash! Mirko's just been turned around. JKS has just been given 5th place grid penalty. And I think Dark Inferno has just damaged his wing. Dark Inferno was on the outside of turn 4, I believe. And Mirko was on the inside. Mirko did not leave him any room on the outside. Kind of squeezed himself. Mirko backwards. He is now in P19.
Wow, that's crazy. I did not see that coming. You kind of scared me a bit, I'll be honest, but wow. Oh my god, what a race start. Jesus.
Oh, hang on.
The
Oh,
Steph. Is really nice.
Yeah, Steph almost lost it through the castle section. Cass gaining P3 after clouting his wing. Hang on, completely losing it. His car was epic. He's just clouted his wing once again. Konakid going for a crazy move on Cole, but it does work, and now Cameroon is kind of sizing up a bit of a move. I do believe that Cole has got damage. I mean, he clouted his wing pretty hard. In fact, now Dark Inferno's on the inside. They're heading through this twisty left-right section, and they're side by side, but Cameroon does get ahead. In fact, Dark Inferno has to ease off because Cole was epic is going so slow. I'm pretty sure he has got wing damage. And now, in fact, Dark is on the inside, and Cole surely wants to go into the pit lane. Yeah, he does, and Cole actually has to brake in order to enter the pits. There he is. In fact, Cass is also pitting.
Loads of drivers. Luke J. Gilly. Oh my god, yes, 5 drivers in the pits. Wow.
Loads of drivers. Yeah, Lemkis, Luke J. Gilly, Mirko will surely enter too.
Robert DS up into 8th already from 17th.
That's incredible.
From 1 lap, that's insane. That's absolutely incredible. As you can see right now, the medium runners, the majority have all moved up.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. We've still got the front 2 still leading, Tom Taylor and Tristan, and Konakid's up into 3rd as well, so...
Yeah, that's insane. And there's a 5-second gap between the top 2 and then Konakid all the way down. Dark Inferno somehow hasn't got wing damage, or maybe he has, and he's concealing it pretty well. And you've got a bit of a train, all the way from Konakid in P3, all the way down to Darsan in P7, all about within a second of each other. But, I mean, what a start from Robert DS, and nice job, mate. Overtaking about 10 drivers apiece. And it just shows how staying out of trouble, especially on a track like Baku, can be the secret to success.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, look at them already P9 and P8 straight away. So,
yeah.
one lap and they're already up. I mean, it's just... Well, I guess that's the chaos of the first couple corners. But...
That is insane.
A couple of drivers down as well. Cat in 14th. I imagine he's going to be working back up as well now.
Yeah, he's got quite the gap though. 11 seconds. That is going to be tough. Yeah, and with Cassis, that was pretty much his fault entirely. He got too much oversteer on the start. He must have applied too much throttle. But it was the incidents between, I think, the 2 Haas drivers at the very back of the grid, and then Mirko and Dark. I'm sure that will go to the steward's room, because that was a really big incident for Mirko, and it may have even affected Dark's race as well.
I mean, we'll have to see what the outcomes are of that later on, but I mean, right now, two drivers went onto the hards when they pit, Steph and Luke J. Gilly, so see how... surely they're going to have to pit again, aren't they? Or do you think maybe they might be trying to push all the way to the end. Cause that's
bit of a cheeky overtake, sorry to interrupt, from Darsan. He just kissed Cameroon up the gearbox, I guess you could say, and pushed him out of the way. Cameroon had to like slam his brakes on. Bit of a cheeky overtake for Darsan there. He gets P6. But yeah, so what, you were just talking about the tyre strategy?
Yeah, no, I would say Steph and Luke J. Gilly pit. They had to pit, and they both went onto the hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they'll be deciding to do with them, if they may be waiting for a safety car or something, or anything, something else to happen. But do you think they could take these to the end of the race now?
I do think they can.
Still so early.
Yeah, probably they can. They're definitely aiming to, because if they were hoping for a safety car, they would have probably gone on the mediums and then banked on being able to then transition back onto the softs when the safety car comes. But as you can see, Steph is really struggling out there on the hards. I mean, they are pretty low for grip, but they're better than pitting twice, so that's why I recommended these guys to go for the... Whoa, hang on. Robert DS was really squirrely then through the last couple of corners. He actually almost lost it. But, yeah, so they are on the hards. I think they're going to try and go to the end, but they are really struggling. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'd say Dark Inferno makes a great move around Connaughton into turn 1, but now Connaughton's got the DRS coming into turn 2, so...
Yeah, very close. And look how close they are from, I think, is that Sky all the way down to Robert DS. There's about 12 inches separating 4 cars. And Robert DS is really squaring up a move on Cameroon. He goes to the outside of turn 3, and he actually sticks to the outside of turn 3 and gets P7. That is a really good overtake from Robert DS. Unfortunately, no action between P3 and P4.
Still trying to... Well, I think maybe Connaughton might be waiting for the DRS now. If he had the chance, I think he'd wait for it, but we'll see. I mean, back to that overtake on Robert, I think Nice Job tried joining in, didn't quite get it, and I think he actually hit the back of Cameroon. Don't know if he's got wing damage, but there was a bit of contact there as I...
hang on, Cameroon's just lost it. Yeah, up the castle section, really lost the rear there, and this is the last thing that Nice Job Mate wants. He's using his ERS, he's desperate to get past Cameroon, because he's just lost about 1.4 seconds because of the AlphaTauri's mistake. He's not able to get past, and he is not going to be very happy with that one.
I wouldn't be now as well. He's going to use this DRS now to get in front of him, but then he's got that challenge of getting up to Robert, who looks like he's going to challenge Darsan as well in these next couple laps. So
yeah, interesting move. Nice job, mate, overtaking Cameroon before the DRS. Cameroon's completely lost it. He accidentally clipped the curb too much on the inside of the final turn, and he slammed into the barriers. Surely that will be a trip to the pit lane, and yes, it is for Cameroon as Darsan and Sky go side by side into turn 1. It was incredibly close then for Sky. Darsan does get the position, P5 for Darsan, but I was cringing then. Sky is surely going to want that P5 back. Oh, in fact, Robert DS is right on the back of Sky, and Robert is going to be going for a move into turn 3, I believe. And he's got a nice little slipstream off Darsan as well. Sky incredibly late on the brakes. He hugs the inside, but Robert DS gets the better exit from the outside of turn 3. And oh, there's a bit of contact. They kind of squeeze each other into the wall there. Bit of wheel banging, but Robert DS gets P6. Wow.
I mean, we saw him make the move there last lap as well, so maybe that's this sweet spot, this track.
I haven't ever seen people overtake into turn 3 before, but we've seen 2 overtakes so far. Man.
I mean, crazy. It just shows how good of a driver Robert actually is. So.
Honestly.
P17, I think. Was it P17 he started? No, look, 5 laps in, P6. It's just absolutely crazy. Nice job as well. It's just insane from both drivers. Cass up to 12th. I think he was in 15th a couple laps ago. So I think he
really good
a couple
recovery.
Places, but
yeah, if he can get a nice safety car, then imagine Cass doing really well. By the way, Connaughton's just lost DRS to Dark Inferno, about 1.3 seconds, so it's going to be a bit of a boring race for the top 4, top 5 maybe.
I mean, it looks like Tom Taylor's just kind of running away with it at the minute. Tristan's trying to, but he's just losing time every lap, and there's, well, Dark 4 seconds behind, so...
Yeah, Tristan, I'm pretty sure he just got a warning for track limits then, so I think this will be a race of track limits, because it's really easy to cut some of the turns and go wide.
Oh, as Robert actually clips the wall going into turn 1, he went ghosted for a bit, so he might have wing damage, but I'm not too sure.
Oh, wow. Konakid is the first driver to box. I don't think he had damage. He just really wanted to get off those softs. Maybe he's going for the 2-stop, because that is a really early pit stop for Konakid. Oh, hang on. Yellow flag sector 1. That is Konakid. Yeah, that is Konakid.
Mr. Braking Zone had to use the little runoff there to get back onto the track. So
yeah, that's really unfortunate, because I've done that a couple of times in Baku. It's so weird, the braking zone after the pit lane.
Oh, I mean, right off, there's a little bit of a DRS train as well between from 6th all the way up to 10th, although MOC has just come out of DRS range, so see if he can stay with that, because otherwise that train is just going to leave him.
Yeah, exactly. He has actually caught up, but yeah, you're quite right. Look how close these drivers are. One error and that's going to wipe out half the field. Man, they really are really close to each other right now. And we've got another mini DRS train. In fact, this DRS train starts at Tristan and ends at MOC all the way down in P10. That's insane. If Robert DS, though, can get DRS, he's right on the car. He's like teetering on the edge of 1 second. He actually had to ease off then throughout the final couple of turns. That makes me feel like he might have wing damage from that collision he did with the wall 1 lap earlier. But yeah, he does get DRS, so no overtakes. In fact, nice job, mate. Is now on the outside of Sky heading into turn 1. Sky, late on the brakes, he hugs the inside. Nice job, mate. Is actually forced to go over the white line. He may have gotten a warning for that. And Sky actually keeps his P6 pretty cleanly. But nice job, mate. Gets a better exit from turn 2. And he's actually now on the inside of Sky heading into turn 3. And nice job, mate. Oh, hang on. Sky's actually really late on the brakes, but it is not enough. Nice job, mate. Gets a really, really nice and clean overtake for P6.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for Sky, but I think he's going to try and fight for that back, although nice job is up in the standings right now with Robert and both incredible drivers, so it'll be a bit of a struggle for Sky as he gets a bit of oversteer as well going into that corner, so maybe it's getting to him. JKS is just behind him as well, and MOC and Poppy are not far behind them, so
yeah, exactly.
Like you said, one small mistake and it will literally wipe out half of the field. So
yeah, they are absolutely front wing to gearbox right now, all the way from Darsan in P4 all the way down to MOC in P10. This is really shaping up to be something. All drivers starting on the mediums. Really interesting to see how the medium runners have just come into their own recently. Talking about that, I would not be surprised if we see the top 3 runners start heading into the pits, because these softs really do have a low life expectancy on them. Tom Taylor stays out. Tristan could go for a nice undercut. He stays out. Dark Inferno also stays out.
He'll stay out.
Very interesting.
I imagine they maybe follow all each other in, but who knows, because if the rest of the grid kind of get to them as they're all coming out at separate times, it could mess all of them up as well. So
absolutely. Yeah, I think it's all about kind of balancing the undercut and trying to get the advantage, because the undercut incredibly powerful in Baku with how bad the softs are after 7 or 8 laps. You could easily gain 2 seconds by undercutting only 1 lap. But also, yeah, quite right, you've got to balance that. Hang on, is that a Dark Inferno? It is! Dark Inferno, he's just turned around after about turn 3, I believe. That was from turn 3 into turn 4. He's spun around, he's all the way down into P10. He's surely got wing damage, I'm not too sure what happened there. But Dark Inferno, his bad luck has returned, ladies and gentlemen, from the previous seasons. He has got wing damage, he's limping around turn 5 and 6 chicane right now.
That's so unfortunate. I mean, like, look how all those drivers so close to each other, they've all managed to get in front of him before he can do anything about it, and yet straight down into P10, which all helps them but not him with wing damage. And I imagine he's going to pit straight away now.
Absolutely.
And maybe this is Tom Taylor and Tristan's time to pit as well, now that they've got someone else from the front runners kind of, well, made a little bit of an error, or maybe I don't know what happened. I wasn't spectating Dark.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure Dark was completely on his own. He must have just applied too much throttle coming out of one corner, and it just shows you how much these drivers are pushing, how on edge the cars are throughout all of these 90-degree corners here in Baku. So easy to lose the rear. It's one of the reasons why I just struggle so much on this track.
Cass is now just getting past Dark, because drivers are just catching up to Dark, because the wing damage is really...
It really is bad for
if you get damage around this track, it's just you're losing so much time each lap, and you want to get into them pits straight away, but could be too late by then. But I imagine Dark could definitely do something and pull something back, especially if these medium runners may have to pit again. But it depends how much time he can make. So,
man, this is going to be an interesting race for sure. Dark Inferno, I was just about to say, he wants to balance his pit stop well to avoid traffic. Traffic is pretty much unavoidable right now. I've just noticed that Steph is 17 seconds behind the rest of the pack. I think he's actually pitted off his hards. Obviously, they were...
he did, yeah.
Yeah, they were really slow, but yeah, he gets overtaken by Mirko, who is another driver who ended up crashing out very early on. I've just realised Cass, yeah, you're quite right in the fact that he's got pace behind him. He crashed out on the first lap, and he's all the way up into P10 already. Insane.
I was going to say, I mean, he's making well, seconds a lap as well. Like, I think the last time we saw him, it was about 12 seconds behind. That was about 4 laps ago, and now it's been, well, like 4 laps, and he's 6 seconds behind MOC, and catching as well by each corner. I'm just watching his time go down every corner that he takes. It's just, I mean, it's incredible. He's a great driver, and well, do you know what league he
I've got no idea, but he is a driver for EKG, which is a very bad esports team. That's all I want to say. Maybe that was a bit controversial. Oh, hang on, yellow flag sector 2. Who's that? I'm not too sure who it is. It's a white car. It's Jono.
Jono.
It is, and also I think Mirko as well. I'm not too sure, but they called out the yellow flags for him as well. That could be a mistake though, but yeah, nice job, mate. Real quick.
Tom Taylor and Tristan going into the pits as well this lap, maybe.
Ah, yes. Nice job, mate.
Maybe just avoiding. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't. Oh, yeah. I think. Yeah. I think they're going down. They'll make those places up definitely, especially with how much Tom was leading the rest of the pack. They'll definitely get back up in front. But now that they're on the fresh mediums as well, they've just got a little bit more leeway.
Yeah, very, very difficult to overtake throughout Sector 2, especially Sector 2. Man, you do not want to be stuck behind slow cars. It can really, really cost you. And this is going to be perfect for Tristan, because the only driver in front of Tristan is Cass, and he's probably quicker than Tristan right now. So this is really going to be interesting. I think we are going to see a Tom Taylor Cass Tristan train for provisional P1. Obviously, Darsan leading right now behind this massive train that goes all the way down into Poppy in P6. But they're battling for maybe about P4 right now.
I just want to say, a bit of an interesting one. Did Robert have any damage? Because he's pitted onto fresh hards, and he's now down into P13 from P5, I think he was.
Wow, that is interesting. I'm not too sure, but he might be taking my strategy and going for the medium hard. Now, let's hope this works for him, because I don't think he'll let me forget about it if I end up costing him a last-to-first victory in Baku. But yeah, he's going for the 1-stop. Pretty much everybody else is going to have to go for the 2-stop. And yeah, he seems to be struggling out there on those hards a little bit. But obviously those mediums will kind of drop in performance a little bit, so...
Yeah. Well, I'd say everyone in front of him is going to have to pit. I mean, do you think Tom and Tristan are going to be able to take those medium tyres 16 laps? It's a bit of a push, isn't it, on Baku?
Absolutely, yeah. I think, well, I'm not too sure. It looks like Conakid's going to be aiming for the 2-stop. In fact, he's already pit again off his... He was one of the first drivers to pit off of his softs. He's already on a new set of mediums. But yeah, will they last until the rest of the race? Yes, definitely. But man, are they going to be blistered towards the end of the race? They are really going to be struggling. By the way, Tom Taylor already overtaken Poppy, and now he's right on the heels of JKS for P5. He's got some pace on him. In fact, Cass is also trying to make a move on Poppy. Doesn't get it though, and Tristan only about 1.4 seconds behind. Tom, man, this is Tom Taylor's race to win right now.
Definitely. I mean, it's not the place that he wants to be behind slow cars, like you said not so long ago. But he's got time to make those places and get back up. As we was saying that as well, I think Dark Inferno set the fastest lap on those mediums, which is crazy as well from the back where he is. So maybe he's just thinking, might not be able to get up as far as I want to try and get as many points as I can. So interesting.
Yeah, this is really interesting. We've actually got quite a tie top 3 between Nice Job Mate, Darsan and Sky. Bit of a gap between Sky and MOC. It's kind of quieting down this race just a little bit. Tom Taylor.
So there's a bit of a gap between all the drivers now.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll get him now on the straight, but I mean,
he may even get MOC at this rate.
That's true. Is MOC just... Oh, MOC's... Is he just out of range of...
Just out of range, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So this is going to be, yeah, quite significantly out of range, MOC. So very easy overtake for Tom Taylor. And like I said, he really is close to MOC. May be able to overtake into turn 3, perhaps. Man, he's got some incredible pace right now, Tom Taylor, on these fresh mediums compared to these 11-lap-old mediums of the other drivers. He's tearing it up.
Oh, wow, yeah, look at him.
Yeah, easy overtake for Tom Taylor.
Giving him... Just letting him have it, yeah. I mean, fair enough. You don't want to risk your own race. Just let him pass, let him through, and keep it
very
clean
smart
for yourself,
move
so.
from MOC. Yeah, absolutely.
Poppy goes into the pits and he goes on to the hards for the rest of the race. Which I didn't actually notice that when Dark pitted he went for the mediums, so...
Yeah, that's interesting. He's pit about 1 lap before Tristan and Tom Taylor, so he's really going to be struggling.
See how they fare when it gets to the last couple laps of the race, so... I mean, the whole grid now on mediums or hards, no soft runs in there, so... We'll have to see if there's any kind of mid to late safety cars coming in that could, well, that could change everything for the likes of Dark, maybe even Steph, Robert. So.
Oh, Mirko time penalty, and look at Tom Taylor. I mean, he is desperate to get past Sky and Darsan. He's not really got a reason to though, because Tristan kind of struggling out there a bit. He's actually not really been able to get DRS on Cass for the longest time. I think he's able to now, but then again, as soon as he overtakes Cass, he's going to be joining this train that runs all the way to Darsan in P2. Nice job, mate. He's kind of run away with it.
Yeah, at the minute he has. I mean, Tristan's going to have to pull something a little more out than what he's already offering, because if he gets past Cass, then he's still got that whole train to go, which just is going to maybe slow him down or not get him those places as quickly as he wants, which could just allow Tom Taylor to just get in front and get enough time in front of him for Tristan to be able to catch up.
Oh, incredibly late braking even by Tom Taylor into turn 3, but it does work. I thought he was about to plough into Darsan then, that would have been exciting. But no, 3 for Tom Taylor. He's absolutely tearing it up right now. Oh, hang on. Oh, he was so close to Darsan. He's so desperate.
Close.
He is desperate to get past.
Perfect or lucky braking, I don't know what to call it.
Oh man, but he is just very lucky that he hasn't ploughed into the back of Darsan and perhaps lost his wing. Man, he really is.
I mean, that would be an absolute game changer as well if he did, mate. That would stir the pot very much.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that something interesting does happen. No offence to Tom Taylor. I think that Tom Taylor winning this race and Dark Inferno and Robert DS being as low as they are would stir up the championship pot anyway. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Definitely ping Mercedes right up though. I mean, nice job, mate. He is yet to pit, but with a pit stop being about 30 seconds, if I flick this over to leader, wow, I think nice job, mate will probably come out around where Dark Inferno is right now. So, Robert DS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Robert DS is actually kind of net in the lead of this race.
Oh, someone loses it.
Cameroon. Yes, just lost it through the fast left-handers in the middle sector.
I mean, I don't think it's really been his race today, to be honest. Oh, I think he had wing damage as well, because he's just hit another wall and got damage as well.
If Cameroon
I honestly
isn't
thought
careful,
that was going to DNF.
Yeah, if Cameroon isn't careful and DNFs, then yeah, this could be major for the championship. Because, for the race even, safety car would really benefit Nice Job, mate. He'll only come out about P8, P9, and all of the medium runners, don't forget, will all be banging on the hards to the end of the race. So yeah, this is crazy. Tristan is battling with Cass a little bit. He's actually just lost a place to Cass.
So I think Cass has slowed down a little bit, but maybe it's not really helped with that little train in front of him, trying to make those places. So, but no, it's incredible for him to go from where he was to where he is now. I mean, biggest thing of the race I'd say so far. Nice job, last to first.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's yet to pit though. It's good.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Sorry, that is true. I mean, we'll have to see where he comes in 12 laps time, but
I'm sure he'll let his teammate through right now. Tom Taylor. is, yeah, all over the back of everyone all race. He's just been a man on a mission. He's been kind of racing against himself for a majority of the race. And let's see whether he is going to have to overtake his teammate, or whether Nice Job Mate will just give him a free pass into turn 1.
Don't really think there's much else going on the rest of the
in fact, Nice Job Mate.
Grid.
Oh, he isn't. I thought he was about to go into the pits.
Nice Job not into the pits. I reckon all of these medium runners will go in at the same time to try and avoid anything happening, and maybe, well, I don't know, but I think that's also going to lag Cass a little bit from where he is, because if he's a couple laps behind them, then
yeah, exactly.
It's going to be interesting to see if he pits at the same time or a bit later, but I don't know.
Yeah, it really is interesting. Cass will then be going for like the 2-stop. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Cass right on the back of MOC now, heading into the turn 5-6 chicane. You do not want to be overtaking it. He doesn't care. In fact, MOC's just been turned around. Cass did not leave enough room on the inside of the turn 5-6 chicane. Like I was about to say, you really don't want to be overtaken around turn 5 and turn 6. And MOC has just felt the full brunt of that fact. He's been turned around. He's all the way down into P8, Cass up into P5, but at what cost? I'm pretty sure he's going to be slapped with a massive penalty.
Definitely, and MOC will not be happy about that. He should. I think he'll definitely be making a report to the steward's room. But wow, I mean, you do not want to be overtaken through there, and MOC has just really felt that, hasn't he? So it's a bit unfortunate, but
yeah, I think that Cass has been getting a little bit desperate, catching up to this train. I mean, look, he's right on the back of. In fact, another collision. I think that is the other Haas, Jono, and he's DNF'd, and that's a full course safety car, which is absolutely incredible for Nice Job Mate and all the medium runners who are going to be able to pit right now and get a free pass.
Oh my god.
This is absolutely incredible. So Nice Job Mate obviously going to be pitting. All of these drivers are. In fact, Tom Taylor has also decided to pit. He's only just gone on a fresh set of mediums. What is he doing? He's now double stacking with his teammate, which is the last thing that Nice Job Mate is going to want. Tom Taylor going on another set of mediums. I have no idea what Tom Taylor's decided to do, because Tristan has now got the lead of the race.
Tristan stays out, wow.
Nice Job Mate, forced to double stack. He goes on the hards. Of course, all of the medium runners are going to be going on hards. In fact, no, Darsan goes on a set of softs that he's going to have to drag out for 10 laps. So is Conakid, so is Cass, so is everyone. I think he's made the wrong call, Gooders, by going on the hards for 10 laps, because now that I think about it, the softs, by the time that the safety car comes in, lap 18, they're only going to be out for like 8 to 9 laps on these softs, which is exactly like optimal.
These guys pitted on lap 10 this race from the softs to the mediums, so this maybe Nice Job has made the wrong decision, and all these soft runners are now going to get a free position past him as well, so that's very, very unfortunate. But this is the massive pot that's been stirred.
Yeah, this really has stirred things up. Dark Inferno, pretty much everybody's on fresh tyres, in fact, apart from Tristan, only driver in P1 really to not go for fresh tyres. Tom Taylor has just handed Tristan the P1 right now. Man, this is insane. We could be seeing a bit of an Abu Dhabi 2021 between these drivers. You know, Tom Taylor on fresh tyres.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how Tristan can fight against Tom with his older tyres in the later laps coming. But
yeah, this is going to be interesting. I am absolutely suffering right now, hay fever to the extreme this evening. Yeah, it's just hit me. I'm sneezing, I'm dying. Oh man, my nose. Right, hang on. Right, you're going to have to take it solo, Gooders.
No worries, that's fine, don't worry. Interesting to see this safety car and Tristan just getting that place in front of Tom, which Tom is definitely going to be fighting his way for in the coming laps. Nice Job, maybe thinking made the mistake now on the hards, and these drivers all on the softs are looking at Nice Job thinking, what a fool. So I think Cole's Epic stayed out as well onto the mediums, but he only just pit, so I think he thought maybe a couple places would do him well. The Ferrari boys, Dark Inferno back into the pits again. Maybe he's pitting onto some
the softer tyres, or did he have a drive through?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be sitting on the softs, and he only loses, I think, 1 position to Poppy in doing so, and maybe another position to Luke J. Gilly as well. Yeah, it really does seem like the softs are the right tyre to be on. Nice job, mate. Is going to be absolutely bricking it right now, because he's definitely on the wrong tyres. I mean, at the time, I think that I would have gone on the hards as well. I kept on saying everyone will be on the hards, but no.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise only 10 laps to go. By the time safety car comes in on lap 17 or 18, you're going to have about 8 or 9 laps of racing. And, yeah, you are going to really want to be on the softs, not the hards at all.
I think we've got a bit of a chaotic restart, to be honest. If it's anything like the race start...
Yeah, that was insane.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, you don't
maybe
want
we can see
a lot
Dark
of
and
cars.
Robert. Oh, sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say you don't want a lot of cars next to each other in Baku.
Yeah, no, not around here. It's just. Oh, someone gets a bit of damage. I'm not sure what happened there, but I just saw someone's car.
Yeah, Cameroon just went into the back of Dark, I think.
Oh wow, well, I mean, maybe all stuff for the steward's room to answer.
All stuff for the steward. Just quickly checking penalties. Now that Cameroon's got one, it's kind of jogged my memory a bit. 3-second time penalties for Poppy, Mirko and Lemkis for multiple track limit violations. And my catchphrase is that a 3-second time penalty feels like a 15-second time penalty after a late safety car. You know, because honestly, with the field all bunched up, 3 seconds is worth about 2 or 3 positions sometimes. Oh man, this is going to be tough for Lemkis, Mirko and Poppy.
I think Cameroon may have suffered damage as well, because I think Steph's just overtaken him and the game have told him to, so...
Unless,
oh no, never mind. Cameroon's just driving extremely slow, which is actually messing up Steph. I think Cameroon may have to pit if he got the damage from his car.
Oh yes, yeah, he's got major damage. Cameroon, what Steph is able to do though is overtake Cameroon before the pit lane, before the start-finish line, if Cameroon is going into the pits.
I mean, it could be the hope that Steph wanted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cameroon is going to be going into the pits. In fact, he's on the right and he has had to brake. Man, that really did screw up Cameroon. Near the top, absolutely no drama going on. Sky tried to go for P5 on Konakid, but wasn't able to. Heading into turn 2, nothing major happening, honestly. Oh, hang on, Cass is being completely turned around. I believe he broke a bit too late, tapped Sky, and then MOC from behind also tapped him. And all of that work, man, Cass, turn around, binned it lap 1, all his work from last to, like, 6th, and he's all the way down in P17 again.
Absolutely devastating.
That is heartbreaking.
So annoyed.
Side by side.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, side by side, Lemkis and Poppy into turn 4, I believe, and Lemkis gets P12, and it is absolutely neck and neck all the way up the field. No moves heading towards the top of the field, but yeah, that was really unfortunate with Cass. What were you going to say about it?
I was just going to say, no, I think it's just a bit unfortunate, all the work that he put in, and now he's going to have to maybe crawl his way back up, but I still think he can pull something out. You know, he's on the softs, there's a couple drivers on the mediums, and everyone's going to be slowing each other down behind him, or in front of him, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're all going to be battling with each other, so...
Still got 8 laps to go. It is quite the marathon. It's not quite a sprint to the finish.
I mean, yeah, so... What a restart. A couple drivers now spacing out, but still mostly a couple tenths between everyone. Nice jobs hards are coming into effect as well. As you can see, he's now only 8 tenths, well, 8 tenths, 9 tenths-ish, just behind Tom Taylor, and I don't think that the hards are going to be helping much, especially with Darsan right up the back from him as well.
Oh, hang on. Side by side, the 2 front runners, Tom Taylor and Tristan, into turn 1. And Tristan really did want to square up a move on Tom Taylor. Really used a lot of VRS.
Darsan just behind making a move as well into turn 1 on nice job.
Yeah, easy move into turn 2. And there we go. Oh, hang on. He clouted the wall a little bit. I think I just caught nice job, mate. Scratching the wall. Konakid is on the inside of nice job, mate. Heading into turn 3. Easy overtake for Konakid. He's ahead before the braking zone. Man, I feel like that lap was just a little bit of a spacer for nice job, mate, but now he's just going to be swallowed up by this pack.
Oh yeah, the rest of them behind him, all on the softs, they're just ready for him all the way up to around JKS and Robert DS, so
yeah,
I feel like he's definitely thinking, why would I pit onto the hards now, but No, it's devastating. I mean, all of these drivers, Dark and Robert, are definitely going to be wanting to make a couple places as well from this restart.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Robert DS has just been completely turned around. I can't believe it. Throughout the castle section, yeah, completely binned it, and he is now last. And I think that was a reset to track for Robert DS as well. I'm not too sure if I just caught that on stream. But this is insane. His rears are on fire right now. Robert DS has got nothing that he can do now apart from perhaps go for the fastest lap. But I was just about to say that this safety car has really shaken things up for Mercedes. You know, Ferrari now, even after Robert DS's crash, even more so, right at the very back of the grid, and Mercedes right at the very front. Nice job, mate's surely going to lose a couple of positions before the end of the race, but it doesn't matter. Tom Taylor is going to take 27 points home so far.
I mean, it's great for the Mercedes stand-ins as well. If they can kind of hold it around, if Nice can stay in that top 10 mark and Tom can finish in P1, which it looks like he's going to finish P1. I mean, it's just going to really shake things up for the constructors and drivers standings, especially if both of Dark and Robert finish as low down as they do. Although I do imagine Dark is still going to want to make some places, which I think he still can with 6 laps to go.
Nice shot,
so
mate.
We'll see how all that goes.
Yeah, nice shot, mate. Really struggling right now. He's just lost another 3 positions, and that is how you do an overtake throughout the turn 5-6 chicane. Mirko leaving plenty of room for nice job, mate, on the inside. But now Cole was epic is going for a crazy move down the inside of like turn 9 or turn 8, I believe, on nice job, mate. It hasn't worked, and that's just allowed. Then it's just completely missed his braking zone and has just clouted into the wall, into the castle section. Probably completely lost his wing. Cole was epic. That was insane.
Absolutely. I just switched on to him as he did that, and Dark Inferno makes the move on him as well. Oh my god, he's going to be destroyed by that. I don't know. He definitely would have had to have got wing damage. I honestly thought that was about to be another safety car, to be honest.
Yeah, that looks insane.
Wow.
No, so he went for a little bit of an impromptu move on nice job, mate, on the inside of that turn just before the castle section. Then he got a really bad exit from that turn. JKS was side by side with him into the castle section. JKS broke really early and pulled out, of course, because you never go side by side. But Cole was epic, tried to outbrake him into the castle section, just ended up ploughing into the wall. Man, insane. And Darsan's also pit for some reason.
So Cole was epic, goes into the pits. I mean, I think at this point as well, Tom Taylor may have won. Tristan 2.5 seconds behind with a 3-second time penalty it picked up as well. I think it's Tom Taylor's race now. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this could really be good for Connachid.
Yeah, I was going to say. I imagine he's going to want to. Tristan's going to want to make as much time on Connachid as he can in these last couple, but he's on the older mediums. As well compared to the rest of the grid.
Yeah, so, Lemkis has genuinely DNF'd. Safety car, full course safety car has just been called.
Oh my!
Yeah, Lemkis has just completely missed his braking zone into turn 2, I believe. So Darsan just retired in the pit lane, but Lemkis has fully retired, DNF'd, crashed from the race. I just saw his car there. It was turn 3. Sorry, completely missed the braking zone and has just ploughed into the wall. I'm not too sure. It could have been an incident. But this is really shaking things up.
Yeah, I was going to say last couple of laps is going to be 3 laps of racing, and I think that's really helped Cole and Robert, Cass as well. Dark, nice job on the hards. Yes. I think they're all going to be like Tristan's definitely. I think Tristan. I don't know what he could be racing for now. Maybe just the points that he can grab, but I don't know. This is shaking everything up for the remaining drivers on the grid now, which is absolutely insane that there's a safety car such late on.
I can't
Cole
believe
and Robert and Cass are probably thanking the Lords right now. They must be on their knees, like, thanking them. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a turn of events.
Man, I'm really looking forward to finding out who's going to pit, and it is none of the top 3. At the moment, nobody has decided to pit. Will Nice Job Mate go in? MOC faking the pit, but he isn't going to go in there. Nice Job Mate also abandons the pit.
Stays out.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the people at the very back, though. They've got nothing to lose. Luke J. Gilly does pit, but he kind of cuts the turn on the inside of the pit lane. Steph also pits, and I'm pretty sure Robert DS is going in there as well as Cole. By the way, this is a second chance for Cole was epic, who was about 20 seconds behind the rest of the pack after his incident, and he also decides to pit for a fresh set of softs. So the bottom a handful of drivers.
Yeah,
and Cass is all the way back up into P11 again. He must have got the award for most overtakes this race.
Oh yeah, he's got to have. I mean, it's incredible from a couple drivers today. I don't even know what this safety car means for anything, but those back drivers, is it too late now to be pitting onto those fresh softs? Is it going to do much for their race? I don't know. With such late on, and will DRS be active by the time everyone gets back up to the front?
Hang on, JKS has just ploughed into the back of Dark Inferno, another 5-second time penalty for driver under safety car, and you don't get them for slight little knocks anymore. You literally have to plough into the back of someone in order to get a 5-second time penalty, so not good for JKS. He may even have wing damage as well. I think that's exactly what happened to Darsan last safety car, so oh man, very tricky. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, so I think the safety car is going to come in this lap. So it's going to be lap 23, 4, 5. DRS on lap 25 and 26. And that means that, like I said, those 3-second time penalties for Mirko and Tristan are going to feel like 20-second time penalties now. We're only going to have 2 laps to pull out 3 seconds. It's almost a guarantee that they're going to lose a handful of positions each. And
I think maybe the safety car stays out.
Yeah, because of Cole.
Which, I mean, he's probably thinking that's great. I think he can catch up by the time the safety car comes in around again in 1 lap's time. But I mean, wow, from start to finish, this race has been one of the best that this season I think has to offer.
This season's been insane.
And so what's happened to?
JKS, he did. Like I said, he clouted the back of Dark Inferno, and he's serving his 5-second time penalty. And is he going for a new wing? He isn't. He's only done that to serve his time penalty. Very interesting for JKS, but yeah, this season has really been one that brings. I mean, I said that about Saudi Arabia, Jeddah last week. I was like, this is the best race I've seen in a long time. I said that about Portugal, race 1. Sounds to me like Austria, that I missed, was a bit of a banger. So, man, this season has been...
Tier 1 this season, yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, been driving in Tier 2, it's been interesting, but it's a bit, I feel like it's a bit of a different perspective when you're actually commentating and seeing everything happening all at one time, as to when you're driving and it's all kind of happening whilst you're driving and you're trying to focus on one thing, looking at other things, and it's not as well. It's, I don't know, I don't really know how to get my words out, but yeah, it's interesting. It's
been a great season, and not only has the on-track action been insane, but the championship standings, as it stands right now, you know, we were talking about domination from Ferrari. If Tom Taylor scores 27 points for poling it and winning, then I think that actually puts him in the lead of the championship. So he is about 24, 33 points behind Robert DS. Robert DS is going to score a handful of points, so it won't quite make him jump Robert DS, but it will definitely close things up a bit. I think there's actually going to be an extremely tight 3-way battle between Robert DS, Dark Inferno and Tom Taylor. In fact, I think Dark Inferno actually takes the lead of the championship if the race ends like this. But the top 4 are going to be separated by only a handful of points.
And Mirko picks up a penalty against his own teammate as well, Connor Kidd.
He must have absolutely smashed the back of Connor Kidd.
That's unfortunate, yeah, I was going to...
in order to get a time penalty. What is it about safety car etiquette? Man, let's see if Mirko tries to pull into the pit lane. But yeah, really tricky with all of these drivers brake testing. Oh, hang on, out of nowhere, an incredible start from Tom Taylor. Kind of didn't expect, I guess Tristan didn't expect it. Mirko is... No, he isn't going into the pits. They're going side by side into turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. 3 abreast, but it doesn't matter. Mirko pulls out. Tristan gets a far better break-in into turn 1, and no overtake so far. Dark Inferno loses a position to Poppy.
Say Poppy just moves a
Dark Inferno's just been clattered up the rear by Steph. Incredibly late break-in by Steph. I actually thought that was going to be a Dark Inferno DNF then.
actually losing it. Robert Diaz all the way to P15. I don't know what's happened or how he's ended up back there, but that's unfortunate from him.
Man, Luke J. Gilly has just lost a couple of positions. Man, that was intense.
I think you need to take over. Oh, you've just made me absolutely lose full composure.
yeah, full control of your body right there. That reaction was genuine. That was absolute fear, because Dark Inferno,
that came from the heart.
It was. I'm pretty passionate about Dark Inferno winning this championship, and if he ended up losing his wing and finishing last alongside his teammate, then it would be insane for Mercedes. But man, Dark, as it stands, it was just a little bit of a kiss. He just lost maybe half a second, and he's still in P9, seizing up the opportunity to get a mega amount of points. If he can maybe make a couple positions up, we've still got about 2.5. Oh, his rear just went then outside that turn, and that means Steph is going to be all over the back of Dark Inferno, heading through the last couple of corners onto the main straight. And man, this is interesting. Steph gets a nice slipstream, but Dark Inferno absolutely using all of that ERS. Konica.
Both of them on the ERS right now.
Yes, Luke J. Gilly as well is going for a sweet move on Steph heading into turn 1, and he's gone for a crazy dive bomb on Dark Inferno into turn 1, and he's ended up losing both positions that he just gained. That was ridiculous. That was another genuine reaction. That was wow.
I don't know what this race is offering us, but oh my god,
that was crazy from Luke J.
eating well. We're actually eating well with this race.
Oh mate,
oh my god,
this is mega.
I mean,
MOC.
There's a crazy train from Sky to all the way to
Dark Inferno. Go for another crazy move, and he's just hit into Steph from Dark Inferno, and he almost got spun around himself. And Luke J. Gilly has now lost a position to Cass, but he squeezes Cass on the inside. Cass does not give enough room, but he hits the wall, and he almost takes out Cass as well. Luke J. Gilly, he needs stopping. Someone needs to just stop him. You know, he's just almost caused 3 massive crashes. And now Robert DS and Cole was Epic are side by side into the castle section, and Robert DS breaking himself with 2 I can't believe it! Out of nowhere! I knew it was going to happen. I actually started commentating Robert DS's DNF before it happened. Cassius retired from the session, and oh dear, MOC's just clattered the wall as well, right at the very end.
I think Robert just went into the back of him just then. I just watched him go bang into the back of him.
Oh no! This is insane. At the bottom of the standings right now, at the bottom of the grid, it's just all kicking off. We've forgotten to
somehow Luke J. Gilly's ended up all the way back into 9th as well, trying to get that place on Dark.
I can't believe it. And he's now going to be seizing up Dark as well. I mean, I would not be happy above Dark Inferno right now. He's going for a move on Poppy. This is insane. Going for a move on Poppy into turn 1, and he isn't able to get it off. Man, this race has been something else. I just feel like Tom Taylor's just got to spontaneously combust on the final lap, and that would be insane. MOC retires in the pits, but man.
I mean, that's right now. Konikid's going to take that P2 from Tristan as well, unless he can do something in this very last lap.
Oh, hang on. Dark's going for a really ambitious move on Poppy into turn 3, but he gets it off. To be fair, Poppy's now on the inside of turn 4, brakes later, and it's really nice. It's now kind of freeway. Hang on. Poppy kind of tapped Luke J. Gilly then a little bit, but yeah, Dark Inferno ends up getting the P7, and if I was him, I'd be pretty chill. I wouldn't be going for crazy moves, because both drivers got time penalties, and Nice Job Mate's like 2.1 seconds ahead of him, so there's nothing to gain from Dark battling. There's only a DNF to be had.
Someone hitting the castle wall or something, but
oh yeah, somebody. I weren't able to catch that. It could be a final minute DNF. That would spice things up. But it's been a pretty boring race for Tom Taylor. He's led pretty much every single lap of this race. I think he actually has led every lap. He's done a Cass. He's led from start to finish, poled it. Hasn't got the fastest lap. The fastest lap is actually Tom Taylor. He has got the fastest lap, and if nobody can beat his fastest lap, he's about to take home 29 points.
Wow!
After this race, an incredible race from Tom Taylor. He crosses the line in P1, loses it after the race. By the way, he didn't just DNF. Tristan in P2. No, Konikid in P2 because Tristan had that time penalty.
Tristan, yeah.
Mirko gets Yeah, gets jumped by everybody.
Jumps to P4, yeah.
Yeah, nice job, mate. Jumps to P4.
Nice to P4.
Yeah, incredible recovery from Nice. And then Sky in P5, Dark in P6. Man, that really got the blood pumping. That got the pulses rushing.
Definitely. I mean, those final couple laps, I think nice job. I mean, driver of the day in game. I think he might be my driver of the day as well. To be honest, he's battled well on those hards.
Yeah, from last.
And I was going to say, all the way from last, he's held it through the safety car, and I just think that he's done incredible today, as well as, a lot of the drivers on the grid coming from little crashes, little, like, nips somewhere from other drivers, like, everyone's managed to keep most of the composure, other than maybe Luke J. Gilly on those last couple of laps, but, it's been an incredible race.
Man, it really has. Tom Taylor dominated this race, scoring a maximum 29 points for the weekend. Connor Kidd in P2, which is kind of out of nowhere. We haven't been commentating Connor Kidd a lot, but amazing result for Connor Kidd. Tristan in P3 because of his time penalty. Nice job, mate. From the back of the grid, ends up finishing P4. Sky in P5. Dark Inferno in P6. He was in like P3 for quite a while. Binned it, and brilliant recovery. Cole was epic P7. Steph P8, great recovery again. Mirko P9 because of a time penalty that he received. He's actually sitting on 8 seconds worth of time penalties because he hit somebody under safety car. He hit his teammate under safety car. I guess actually Connor Kidd may allow Mirko to get the 5 seconds removed, so that will ping him all the way up to P5. Luke J. Gilly in P10, JKS P11. Luke J. Gilly racing incredibly dangerously. Poppy P12, Robert DS P13 after binning it right at the very end. MOC P14. And then I think Cass was P15. You see, Cass ended up doing really well, binning it right at the very back, doing really well, binning it again, and then doing really well, and then binning it again. I can't believe it. What a race for Cass. Man, that was really something. Tom Taylor requesting the interview.
Intense. Get him in.
I am definitely getting in Tom Taylor. We're only going to be interviewing one person tonight. We're going to cut things short. But, man, this is... Your friends will appear here, and it's nobody. Wow. How lonely am I? Oh, wow, it's fully glitched out, not showing any friends. Right, I'm going to have to find Tom Taylor on here. There he is. Hopefully, I am able to invite. I think my PlayStation internet's kind of glitching out a bit. Man, that was a rush right there of adrenaline. Just so you know, I didn't miss my breaking point from Lemkis. I do apologise, Lemkis, for saying that you binned on your own accord. I think that there was an incident between two drivers. But anyway, Tom Taylor, he's joined. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Your Season 4, Round 5, Tier 1 race winner, Tom Taylor. Now, can I say that I must take my hat off to you? You did promise a good qualifying lap. You got pole. And you dominated the race, Tom. Absolute domination. 29 points. And that puts you only a handful of points away from leading the championship. How do you feel?
It feels really good, and it was also great to see Ferrari do so bad, because me and Nice Job have had a pretty bad run in the last two races. I don't know where he finished in Austria, but I know I finished like 8th or 9th, and then in Jeddah I DNF'd because, but I feel like this win was long coming after Bahrain. I thought that I needed to get a win.
Yeah, it was an absolutely insane race. You just dominated from start to end. I was going to say, like, talk me through some stuff that happened. Okay, I was just remembered the safety car. You decided to pit, and you lost P1 to Tristan. I mean, were you a bit worried then when you decided to pit? What was your thought process?
Well, I thought the mediums are only just going to be on the last legs if I carry till the end. So I thought if I pit, Tristan's going to be really bad at the end, and mine are going to be fine.
Yeah.
And I knew one position wasn't going to be much, and I knew that I was going to be faster than Tristan anyway. And it was just but I was fuming when the safety cars came out, because I think I'd made up like a 3 or 4 second lead each time.
Yeah. And you were quite early to pit as well. Well, no, you were about normal to pit off the mediums, but you had a lot of traffic after you pit the first time. And how difficult was it? Because you had so much pace on those tyres. You were all over the back of everyone. How difficult was it to overtake everyone without binning it?
It was really easy because you got Mark and you got Poppy, who are Tier 2 Mercedes drivers. They let me through.
Yeah.
You've got Sky,
brilliant.
You've got Sky, who's in a pipe with me and wanted the DRS for me to pull him along. He let me through. And then obviously you've got Nice Job Mate, who's the Mercedes, who let me through. So I think there was only one car that I had to properly get past. Oh, two even. Darsan and JKS. And I got a bit scared when I was with JKS because I went for a really stupid move at one point, but luckily I backed out.
Yeah, man, that could have really ended differently for you if that stupid move backfired, but I think I'm going to have to conclude it. I mean, what a race that was. Maximum points, 29 points. You're right up there amongst the top runners for this championship. I mean, I never thought I'd say it, you know. I'm just going to say it. Season 2, you were back of the grid, spinning, doing donuts every race. And now, he could be winning the Season 4 VFL Championship, everybody. So, congratulations to you.
Robert has said that he's missing quite a few after this one, and then you got Britain, which I'm fairly confident for. Although last season I was shocking. I've done a bit of practicing, and I feel pretty confident for there.
Yeah.
You've also got Brazil, which is a decent track.
Yeah, so, man, it's going to be interesting indeed. Cannot wait until next week. This has been a banging race. Everyone knows it's same time next week, 8 o'clock on a Thursday. Don't forget to tune into the Sunday race as well at 8 o'clock. And that is that's actually the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix because we're 1 week behind for...
Saudi, yeah.
Yeah, we're 1 week behind for Tier 2, but do not forget to tune in. Me and Gooders were actually checking how many views each of these streams get, and we've gotten like 60-something views per stream and 1,000 views per like short, so it's absolutely insane. VFL popping off right now. So yeah, be sure to tune into the Sunday race, and don't forget Thursday at 8 o'clock Silverstone Grand Prix, and we're going to watch as Tom Taylor bins it lap 1 maybe. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Oh, as always, I left the